So this video is going to be a bit different. I haven't planned anything. This is just going to be me talking, me being real with you guys, and just telling you guys how I feel about the whole situation. I feel like this is our chance to stand up, okay? So many things have been happening to us for decades. So when people are saying you're doing too much, when people are saying that you need to be peaceful and you need to not post as much, listen, you need to cut them off and do what you have to do. Not just fighting for one person, we're fighting for the whole black community, and it shouldn't just be the black community who's fighting for the black community. That's not how it works, okay? If you're there throwing out all lives matter, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, because in this moment in time, it's clear, and only people who are oblivious to what is happening around them will tell you that, oh, all lives matter, because it doesn't. If it did, we wouldn't be having this conversation. We wouldn't be seeing multiple videos of black males, black females getting brutally killed. We wouldn't be seeing videos of people being accused for things they didn't do. We wouldn't be seeing black people getting longer sentences for the same crime as their white counterpart. We wouldn't be seeing it. When someone tries to silence you, you need to be the one to tell them, no, I'm not having it. Yeah? We tried so many times to be peaceful. We tried so many times to act how the white man wanted us to act, do the things so they were happy, so we pleased other people. But this is not the time for that. This is not the time. And I feel like this whole situation will spark a revolution, okay? And the only way we will see change is if we all decide to unify, okay? So all these issues that we are facing today, all the racism we see in schools, when we're walking on the streets, in the workplace, in shops, it was all designed to break apart the black community, okay? So in order for us to see the change, in order for us to be seen as people, to be seen as someone who is worthy of respect, we need to unify. At the end of the day, we're all black and we're all going through the same struggle. What they don't want to see is unity, okay? I'm gonna say that again. What they don't want to see is unity. Once we are unified, that's where the problem arises. That's where they lose control, okay? Because all these things have been put in place to break apart, taking in black males for no apparent reason, leaving them in police stations, trying to kill off our race, okay? And what does that do? That breaks down the family structure, okay? And once they break down that family structure, the cycle continues. The father's gone, killed by a police, yeah? Children grow up with no father. They don't have that father figure. What do? They look towards crime. They look towards things that make them feel like they have a family, that they have unity. And that's one of the things that they don't want black people to have. Notice, when black people aren't unified, problems arise, okay? So this is a time for us to speak out. This is a time for us to use our platforms to talk about how we feel, to show people that enough isn't enough, okay? Because what we don't want to happen is for us to, okay, do these hashtags, sign these petitions, and then nothing happens. The cycle continues, and then next week we hear something else, and it all dies down a bit, and then a month later something else happens, and they just keep killing us. No, that's not how it works. And at the same time, I want you to realize, especially in the UK, racism is still here, okay? There's a lot of people like, imagine if we were in America. Wow, things are so bad. Listen, I always feel like there's more of a threat with things you can't see than what you can see. If I see the car coming, I can get out of the way. If I don't see the car coming, I'll probably get hit. And that's what happens. When the racism is interweaved within the system, people will pretend like they can't see it. Or sometimes you won't even notice it's there until someone points it out to you. And that's where it's dangerous, okay? I'm telling you, the system was built around white supremacy. The system was built around trying to tear down our black brothers and sisters. It wasn't It wasn't built to uplift us. And therefore, for us to see our black brothers and sisters rising, we need to, and what I've been hearing is burn down the system. And that's a metaphor, okay? We need to burn down the system. And for us to do that, we need to stand up, okay? That's the only option. It's a crazy time, and I feel like it's one of those things where if you're going to do something, you need to make sure it's going to result in a change or a shifting of the current climate, okay? I feel like there's a couple people, I can't lie, a couple people who are trying to be in these riots for the wrong reasons. For any protest, for any raising of awareness, for any video you post, it's not done with the idea of wanting to lift up the black community or expose the truths of what the black people in this community go through, then you're not, what are you doing? If it's not for those reasons, what is it for? Okay, this is not a time for you to make everything about you. This is not a time for you to try and gain something from you posting, okay? If you are posting, I'm not gonna clap my hands and go, oh my gosh, why are you posting? Nah, because this is normal, okay? People are posting for so many other reasons. People post when people aren't looking after their environment. People post when animals are being abused. People post when pedophiles get released and they shouldn't be. But suddenly, when the black community wants to have a voice, they're being too violent. They should be more relaxed. They should, they're doing too much. Maybe they should look at it from a different perspective. No. See, we're not gonna do this because they always want to silence us. And at the same time, I want to say to you, this is for people who are not black, okay? You have a voice, and if you choose not to use it, if you see injustice happening and you choose not to stand up, then I feel like you're as bad as the person who is inflicting that pain, that disrespect upon that person, okay? It's everyone's responsibility. This is not just, okay, if you're black, yeah, I just want to see black people. No, I want to see everyone there. I don't care where you're from. Wrong is wrong, yeah? It don't take a rocket scientist to tell you, if I lean on someone's neck too much for too long, they won't get any oxygen. If you look at that and say to me, but what if, I don't want to hear it, because there's no explanation for that type of violence, okay? And what I've noticed is every time something happens to a black person, there's always some excuse for it. It's not how it should be, okay? Because guaranteed, if this was happening to white people, in fact, it wouldn't even happen, but let's just say, if it was happening to white people, let me tell you, things would change like that, okay? They wouldn't even need to riot. I'm telling you, they wouldn't even need to hold protests. They wouldn't even need to sign any campaigns or anything, okay? So this is our time, our moment, and we shouldn't stop until we see a significant change, okay? I'm telling you, it's all a process. But at the same time, don't post for one day and think that's it. Don't sign a petition and think that's it. Don't think, oh yeah, I've done my bit. No, we're not finished. We're not finished. If you don't see the change you want to see, we're not done. It's not over. Time we can rest is when we see that we are treated the same as anyone else. We can get the jobs we want. We can walk on the street without having to fear for our lives and buy what we want without people looking at us like we're gonna steal something, okay? We can get into the universities we want without people saying, it's all right, we filled the quotas. We can rest when people don't feel apprehensive to go to top universities because they are black. There's so many things that we need to address, okay? And I can't do it alone. That's why I need everyone else. If you have a platform, If you have a friend that is confused about the situation, who needs an explanation about what is going on, you give them that explanation, because at the end of the day, what we all need to do is increase knowledge. I'm not even going to talk about this too much, but that's what happens in schools. The information that black people get about themselves was created by the white man. The things we study about ourselves were given to us by the white man. Why is that? Because they have the opportunity to select what they want. And, you know, if I ask a person, all they'll say is, oh yeah, we were slaves. What else do you know? What else do you know about what black people have done? Everywhere you turn, you can see that there's a black fingerprint all over. Lots of things we use today were invented by black people, but they ain't gonna teach you that. Why? Because they want you to believe that black people don't have power, that black people aren't smart, that black people aren't beautiful, that black people can't do anything without the white man on their tail. This is just a video for you guys to let you know that we need you, okay? Don't ever think that, it's alright, I only have 5 followers, I only have 10 followers. Listen, one of those 5 followers might be a racist, and they need to know what's going on. They need to know that what they're doing ain't right. You can't be sitting there and thinking that what you are doing is not necessary. Listen, when everyone gets involved, I'm telling you, we are going to be powerful. They need to know that we are unified. They need to know that we possess power, okay? That we won't stand down. Because once you choose to stand down, that's it, it's over. They have control over us, and that's what they wanted to do. That's what they've been doing. But it's time for us to say, no, enough is enough. Is this what we want? Is this the environment we want our kids to grow up in? Ask yourself that. And then tell me if your video doesn't matter, if your post doesn't matter, if you protesting doesn't matter. Everything matters.